Somebody shot my dad. I get the killer mentality. I come from murder and tragedy. Single burn home and family. Do this shit for my whole family. I'ma go get me a Grammy. You know that I'm missing you, Granny. Backbone to my whole family. I got to turn for the family.
I think sometimes people don't understand when you on the front lines and you involved in this work a lot. We talk about self-care and like how we should take care of ourselves, but we often kind of neglect to do it. And so how, you know, I know for us, I can, let me just speak for me and Che. I know for one time, like we started making happy hour like a daily event, almost to like self-medicate the pain from everything we would see every day. Like you seeing people constantly into the trauma unit, some die in front of you, some survive. And then we had to like compartmentalize that and just keep going about our lives when somebody just like literally just died in front of us. So how do you manage to deal, you know, when you're out there, you're doing the work on the ground? Because we don't give enough credit to the guys that are out there like you and the women that are out there doing the work when they actually have to deal with the trauma and it comes directly home, particularly what we just saw with the young 11-year-old kid and his mother, the violence intervention event, and he ends up getting killed, and she's like directly involved in the work. I mean, it can't be hit any more home more than that. So like, how do you manage, and even for the people that are underneath you, how do you manage to tell them and yourself like how to deal with all of that?
So, for me, you know, honestly, I really have not had any downtime. You know, I'm kind of always the one that want to make sure that everybody on our team is good, and especially our violence interrupters. You know, because you know those are the ones that are out there in the field all day. So normally when something like that happens, you know, we have a lot of good partnerships, and so we're able to have counselors come in, and we do something called a healing circle, and you know we allow people to vent, people to express themselves, and often offer counseling and you know days off. Myself, you know, I really don't like to always come home and have to always talk about what happened at work or whatever. So, you know, I like to treat home as my place of peace, and you just give me a fresh peace of mind, and with family. I can't lie, at times it's extremely hard because my phone constantly going off with something happened over here, something happened down the street. So, but like honestly, Doc, I just really try to make home like that really, really good safe haven for my peace. And outside of my house, it's a small, not a large tree, but like a medium sized tree. So I kind of always say, once I pass this tree to walk to my door, I don't want to bring nothing from work with me. So it's times where before I would come in the house, you know, I would either sit in the car and just like vent to self, or right there at the tree. And I'm sure some of my neighbors or people see me at the tree, they probably like, what the hell is he doing? you know, but man, I have a really good bond, you know what I'm saying, with that the tree.
Yeah, for sure.
Know, so and man, it's been a few times that me and Chase supposed to hooked up for some of those happy hours, but Shay can tell you, like every time we supposed to hook up, I'm calling Shay like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. And it's crazy that you say that, because I think that when I first got into this work, I didn't realize how traumatized I still was. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I started working with our guys, all different type of emotions started to pop back up, right?
Yeah.
Because I was revisiting the space. So I was going on a journey with our guys, you know what I mean? And it's funny that you said, it's funny that you talk about that tree. And I think that, to elaborate on what Doc was saying, the tree would be happy hour for us. And I think what we did, we started to desensitize ourselves emotionally, right? I think that we would see guys coming into the hospital, 3-4 guys a day, and 2-3 of them, they deceased, they dead, you know what I mean? And that's not normal, right? But me and Dr. Richardson, always sit back and talk about, we used to look at the guys and they go right back upstairs, continue doing what we're doing. And we never had that time to process. That information, man. And I think, that happy hour, man, like we just, man, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Like we just was indoctrinated by it. You know what I mean? Like we just, and Doc can tell you, man, we are drinking.
And I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be honest because, I'm sure, people are suffering from the same things we suffering from, and it's just the realness of how we were dealing with it. I wasn't coping with it really good because, like you said, I didn't want to come home and talk to my wife about what I just saw earlier that day because what was the point? And I just, between me and Che, it's really the only person I could really talk to about it who I thought understood it. And you just end up kind of just compartmentalizing it. And so go ahead. And
even at the bar, Doc, what we always do, talk about work.
Yeah.
Like we'd be at the bar 2 hours talking about work.
Yeah. Straight up.
OTL. Mafia music. I don't really do the computers. I'm in the street with the movers. I'm on the block with the shooters. I'm on the